how we got this stuff. Because, and you know, I heard a linguist this morning on NPR saying that we shouldn't say how we got, how we happen to have these anyway, what I would like to do is just tell you that our whole history begins with Dr. Lena de Grummond, as does the Curlin collection, except Karen, 45 years at a collection, it sort of begins and continues with Karen's influence. Her imprint is there. But I do want to say that Dr. de Grummond wrote authors and illustrators. She decided, because she was teaching children's literature at the University of Southern Mississippi to graduate students, she was very impressed with the quality of her students and wanted this class to be far more than a textbook. So she decided to get a little collection together. And she started writing letters. She wrote as many as 300 and 400 a month in longhand. And the whole reason she did that, I mean, there was a real reason behind her madness, which indeed it was, 300 to 400 letters longhand. She wanted them to write back in longhand. So I want to take you through this little journey of how this all happened. And you've heard so much about special collections through, well, Karen's speech, Jan's speech, and KT's speech. You know, we just happen to have these wood blocks by Randolph Caldecott. So I thought, even though he's not a Caldecott-award winning artist, I thought I would have show some of the wood blocks that the de Grummond collection has. Another John Gilpin. Now, I sort of took this with a little, as we go, chronologically. So I want to show you 1940 Cock-a-doodle-doo. And 1944, we don't have a whole lot of Slovakian's Many Moons, but for some reason we have his medal. He gave it to us. I don't understand why. I don't have the letter. For some reason, we don't have the letter. Many of the letters we have, which makes it also interesting. We also have this huge collection of Marcia Brown. So when you talk about Caldecott and Marcia Brown, you've said a mouthful, because she holds the record, if we all know that. Berta and Elmer Hayter were the very first respondents to Dr. de Grummond. We have a huge collection by the Hayters, and this is the dummy for their, the big snow. Also, KT had never seen this, and KT has seen everything about Caldecott at this point, and she was very impressed with this alternate drawing for Henry Fisherman. How about that? We have 2 alternate drawings. I only included one by Marcia Brown. We also have the linoleum print and linoleum blocks for Dick Whittington, 1951. Skipper John, this is the only piece we have. We have some little like scraps of paper. That's what I forgot to tell you. Dr. de Grummond would ask everyone, if it's something you're going to throw away. Same thing Karen used with the Jumanji guy. Jan felt sorry for me. But anyway, you know, if it's something you're going to throw away, send it to us. If you've already thrown it away, send us the trash can. So that's how this collection started. Puss in Boots, this was just a rough draft for her, the cover of her book.
Wow.
The Steadfast Tin Soldier, 1954 honor book. And we have a more finished Cinderella, but I have it on exhibit right now, and I didn't want to unframe it and do all that, so please forgive me. We digitized these images. They're at the collection, and I want to thank the digital people for doing this. Taro Yashima, Crow Boy. It's hard to believe how this turned into that. But it's so beautiful. I think the art that is no longer is so beautiful. Marie Hollett's, of course, Karin's friend. Marie Hollett's Mr. Penny's Racehorse. I'm going fast now. Marcia Brown woodblock for Once a Mouse. And there's the image it created. We also have the entire collection of Ezra Jack Keats. So I don't have as many slides of the Keats archive because it's on exhibit all over the United States right now. But I got what I do have here in this presentation, what we have left. You can see the work and the notes he was making to the publishers. Gail Haley, another one who gave her stuff all over the place, all over. Nani Hagromian is probably one of my favorites, and I know we're not supposed to have favorites, but I loved One Fine Day. I've always loved it. And seeing the original artwork, I love it even more.
Wow.
And I wanted to show you in her collection, in all of these collections, we have the letters from the American Library Association when she was awarded the letter, and also I think that is a letter from Lee Bennett Hopkins, whose papers we also hold. Lee had written an article about One Fine Day. He wanted Nani to know how many people it reached. So I love that kind of stuff. And she did the block print of the Caldecott for the banquet, which we saw in Curling. And also I didn't have a slide or time enough to digitize something original from the Petersons, but believe me, we have it. But I, for some reason, had this picture of them signing the Rooster Crows at a Macmillan book signing in 19